Hey, what's up, people? Piz out here, and to continue with my holiday horror series of holiday Christmas-themed horror movies, I'm going to talk to you guys today about Christmas Evil, aka You Better Watch Out, from director Lewis Jackson, released in 1980. And I first saw Christmas Evil probably, I want to say, 7-8 years ago, if not longer. And Christmas Evil's reputation is of a slasher movie, a holiday-themed slasher movie. And that's pretty much what I expected when I first rented it all those years ago. Was a Silent Night, Deadly Night-esque, guy dressed up in a Santa suit running around doing what slashers do in slasher movies. And that definitely was not the movie that I got. And rewatching the film just a couple of nights ago, really, I was kind of taken aback with it. But I'll get to that. The film starts out back in the 40s. We're introduced to a young man named Harry who loves Christmas, loves the Christmas season. And one Christmas night, he happens upon his mother, who's doing a little bit of hanky-panky with presumably Harry's father dressed in a Santa suit. And this kind of doesn't sit too well with Harry. However, we fast forward many, many years later, and Harry is still, it's Christmas in Harry's house all year long. He works at Jolly Time Toy Company. He's an oddball. He's a loner. This has created much stress between in the relationship between him and his younger brother, played by Jeffrey DeMunn from The Walking Dead, and many, many other things. And Harry keeps pretty close eye on all the neighborhood children. He has very detailed ledgers of who is naughty and who is nice in his neighborhood, and the naughty kids are detailed for having impure thoughts, for using foul language, for poor body hygiene, all those things. Harry even goes so far as to spying on the kids with binoculars, even going to their homes at night and peeping through their windows to sort of keep tabs on them, and all sorts of other pretty disturbing behavior. And Harry's psychosis sort of just goes downhill from there. On Christmas Eve, he has a complete breakdown, which leads him to dressing as Santa, painting up his van. He steals toys from the Jolly Time Toy Company because it's just this big faceless corporation. All they care about is making money. They don't care about the toys. They don't care about the joy that the toys bring the little kids. They just care about that money. So he steals all those toys. He takes them to a children's hospital and gives them to the staff to give to the children of the children's hospital. Very, very cool scene, which is immediately followed by Santa/Harry waiting outside of a church where they've had a Christmas night mass. And as people are leaving, he takes out these toys that he's created himself that have very sharp things on them, and proceeds to jam one into one guy's eye. He then pulls a hatchet out and he's hatcheting people in the head. Very violent, very abrupt sort of violence that, like I said, was preceded by a very nice, almost moving sequence, and then is immediately followed by some very abrupt, kind of shocking violence. And that sort of sums up the film Christmas Evil to me. Harry goes from there to a Christmas party where he's the star of the show. Later that night, or actually the next night, Christmas night, word has gotten around the town that somebody dressed as Santa has killed these people. The townsfolk actually organized this sort of posse. They've got torches a la Frankenstein, and they're chasing Harry through the streets. And the end of the film is just, wow. But needless to say, I really like Christmas Evil. And when I first watched it, like I said, my expectations were for something totally different, and I didn't care for the film. Now, kind of knowing more what to expect, I was really impressed with the film, to be perfectly honest. It's very well written. The acting is all very good in the film. There's a lot of recognizable actors in the film. Like I said, you've got Jeffrey DeMunn there. Raymond J. Barry is in there from Rapid Fire, and just a long list of other film credits. and several other recognizable faces. So you've got some strong actors in there. You've got a good script. The lead, the fellow who plays Harry, and his name escapes me at the moment, does an excellent job. It's really less a slasher film. It's really less a horror film and more of a psychological kind of movie. We really watch his sort of descent into madness. An already clearly deeply disturbed character who is just descending further and further into madness as the film goes. And I really enjoyed the strained relationship between Harry and his younger brother, played by Jeffrey DeMunn. And Jeffrey DeMunn is very... his character is almost as scarred as Harry is, simply from sort of bearing the burden of having to take care of his clearly disturbed older brother all these years. And that was a really nice sort of subplot in the film that was really well done. And just overall, a really good movie, a really strong movie. And I kind of balked at adding it to this series of reviews because, like I said, I don't really consider it a horror film. It's more of a psychological film. But I highly recommend it. If you have not seen it, by all means, go check it out. I know it got a DVD release by Troma many, many years ago. Very, very poor quality release. And Synapse Films released it a few years ago. I think it's the director's cut, which it was released in America under the title You Better Watch Out. So, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting movie. It's a really well-made movie. The ending of it, I just love the ending of it because the ending is just so open-ended and the ending is just so out there. I just loved it. Just love the ending of the film. Really interesting movie. Really fun movie to kind of sit down and think about afterwards and kind of talk about afterwards. So please share your thoughts with me on Christmas Evil in the comment section below, what you guys think of it. But yeah, I highly recommend it. If you have not seen Christmas Evil, definitely go out and give it a look because it's a pretty darn good flick. So anyway, until next time, you guys take it easy.